What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Tip of the Iceberg Wrestling podcast slash YouTube channel where wrestling meets reality. Thank you for tuning in today. This episode is going to be my review of last night's Smackdown Live. So the show was underwhelming, in my opinion, to be the go-home show for Clash of Champions. It felt between this and Raw, while Raw was good, Smackdown was pretty good. To be the go-home shows for the respective brands for Clash of Champions, neither show felt like a go-home show. I feel like Clash of Champions is next week or the week after, not this coming Sunday. And speaking of that, later this week I'll be doing my Clash of Champions predictions episode. And that'll be in this format probably as well, because I'm having some technical issues with my camera. So for the foreseeable future, hopefully by next week this will be fixed with the live stuff. I'll be doing audio like this only. Thanks for listening on the YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe, hit the bell icon. If you're new to the podcast form, make sure to subscribe or whatever it's called to the podcast on whatever streaming service you listen to the podcast on. I'm available on Spotify, Stitcher, places like that. I'm going to start uploading these to the podcast. I've been focusing on the YouTube channel more than the podcast. I'm going to try to start balancing that out in the near future. But enough about that. This episode, like I said, was pretty underwhelming to be a go-home show. Like I said, if the Clash of Champions was next week, then this show would be higher praised for me. But I feel like this did not really sell the Clash of Champions card. Between this and Raw both, I'm not really sold on the Clash of Champions card. There's a lot of factors. I'll talk about that in my predictions later this week. But yeah, this was a poor go-home show. It seemed to further a lot of things beyond Clash of Champions, which I guess is good, but it doesn't make the show itself worthy to watch, in my opinion. So, the opening segment, it was just Undertaker coming out, talking about how Madison Square Garden had some of the greats, and how we're in the new era of superstars. And this makes Sami Zayn come out and literally try to talk trash to the dead man. Telling him to leave the ring, this, that, and the other. That's the gist of it, basically, how he's the best thing going. He gets a choke slam until for his troubles. That's it. So that's the heavily teased, talked about Undertaker appearance with SmackDown. Choke slam, Sami Zayn, and that's it. Now a lot of people was expecting the Fiend to come out and attack the Undertaker, and I was too, I admit, but that didn't happen. I'm not holding that against WWE because they didn't advertise the Fiend. That was just pure speculation on fans' parts. So I'm not holding that against them. They didn't let me advertise the Fiend, and he didn't show up. So it was a cool Undertaker appearance. I don't know when he's gonna come back next. That type of thing. It was a random appearance just to sell MSG tickets. And that being the case, if I bought a ticket to see the Undertaker, this would be pretty, I guess, mild, like neutral. So I wouldn't expect him to get too physical, but out of all the people, he chokeslammed Sami Zayn. So the opening was good. I wasn't crazy about it, but it's cool to see the Undertaker back again. So yeah, it was just cool. And then the first match we got was The Miz versus Andrade. This was with Shinsuke Nakamura without Sami Zayn on commentary. And this match was fairly good. I like this match. Andrade here lately is having no bad matches. He can go with anybody, I think, as currently. He made The Miz look very good. I didn't see the ending of the match. I don't know if my Sling TV I used messed up or what, but I didn't catch the ending. So who won? I think The Miz won the Skull Crusher finale. There we go, I remember. And Shinsuke attacked him after the match. For Clash of Champions, The Miz versus Shinsuke Nakamura for the IC title, I'm not invested in. My early prediction for that match is The Miz is going to capture the title. And I think Shinsuke and Sammy would be better as chasing the title than holding the title if they can push that act. Now, I'm not too. Um, this could go 50-50 in my opinion. I'll discuss that more in my predictions later this week. But whoever wins this match, the feud will keep going, basically. So, I guess that's my opinion on that. After this match, we had the most underwhelming match of the night, in my opinion, was Mandy Rose versus Nikki Cross to help build the Fire and Desire versus Bliss and Cross women's tag team match at Clash of Champions. And no one cares about the women's tag team titles. No one cares at all. No one. And this match was built on Mandy calling Nikki ugly. And Nikki won. That's it. That's all. Nothing really to say about that. Both teams are 1-1 victories on each other. So Sunday, we'll see who's the better of the two teams. But honestly, I don't care about this match. I have some hope for the tag team titles. So I'll discuss that in my predictions as well. Hyping that up as much as I can. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell icon for that. I might go live on my main channel with my live predictions on that. We'll see. I'm debating. But I'm going to be using this new channel a lot as well. So, Nikki and Mandy's match was underwhelming to me, in my opinion. Next up was the oddest match of the night. They gave Heavy Machinery the Viking Raiders treatment, which means they fought jobbers, which is really, really, really out of left field for this team. They really have not faced jobbers before, to my memory, since being on Smackdown. They've had pretty good matches with well-established teams. I can't think of any at the moment. I cannot. I think they faced a Revival. They faced Ziggler and Rude the other week, and a very good ending to that gauntlet match that was very underwhelming. And here they just faced jobbers. Don't care. Heavy Machinery, I'm very behind. Otis, I can't pronounce his last name, Dozovic. I think it might just be Otis now. I don't even know no more. But I'm very behind him. He's very charismatic. He's very energetic. Almost polarizing, in my opinion. Not to the Montez Ford level, but just people get behind him and he gets offense. And I see this team being a good, viable contenders for the tag titles in the future, maybe. It'd be entertaining nonetheless. Speaking of that, the SmackDown Tag Team titles are now on the line Sunday as of this recording, which is odd, being that I think, Big E and Woods with a New Day are tag team champions, and Woods has been written off with injury, Big E's been written off with injury, so I guess that's why, and they're focused on Kofi and Randy. That's about it. So the tag team titles have no stakes at the show Sunday. Heavy Machinery beat Jobbers here. I guess they're gonna be fighting the New Day next? Question mark. It'd be interesting to see what they do with that. Do I care about it? I don't know. But Heavy Machinery beat a Jobber team. Cool, I guess. Next up is a nice confrontation between Eric Rowan and Roman Reigns. Eric Rowan's new music, I dig. I like it a lot. It's very heavy based. It's not like most people's entrances. It's very bassy, very heavy. I like it a lot. But these two brawled all over the place. And the ending was cool, I think. It was different. Rowan ended up smashing Roman Reigns with the camera post. It was one of those moving cameras type things, and just pushed it in his face, and Roman hit the post of it. So that was very unorthodox, which I liked. These two are facing Clash of Champions Sunday. I was not really invested in this match this time last week, but thanks to WWE built Rowan to be a viable threat to Roman very quickly, and I liked that. How they got here, that story was the most botched story I've seen in a long time. Thanks, Eric Bischoff, LOL. But forgetting the storyline itself, which is easy to do, it's nothing memorable about it. From the last week to last night, they've built Eric and Roman seemingly in 2 weeks. I am very excited for that match because Roman, I'm curious to see how he's a fair in a singles match. Because he hasn't really had any singles matches much in recent memory. So this will be his first singles match in a long time, and it's against Roman Reigns, which means that those who are pushing Roman have a little confidence in him. I wish Luke Harper was involved somehow. I will be. I miss Luke Harper because he was always one of my favorites of the Wyatt family group, and it's sad to see him just sitting in the back doing nothing. Excuse me. And while I'm cool with Roman getting his push, I wish it was Harper involved or in it as instead, almost. Because every time you see Eric Rowan, the thought of Luke Harper is always coming up, at least in my opinion, for that matter. But Roman versus Eric Rowan got super heated last night. I'm very excited for that match. And honestly, I'd make that match either a no holds barred or false count or anyone match. I would not confine this match to just your standard rules. These two need to be going brawling all the place. This would be a good pace to set for the rest of the show as well. Have the chaotic feel to it. So I would make this match a no holds barred or a falls count anyone match. With that, maybe Luke Harper will return and help Eric Rowan, which kind of counter as what I just said. But if they're pushing Rowan as a single star, they should not have him have help in this match. But if it's Luke Harper, I'll be fine. I miss Luke Harper. Also, it's reported that Daniel Bryan left. Before I get into that, Sanjay Dutt appeared on TV last night in the brawl with Roman and Eric Rowan. Apparently, this is his second televised appearance, and it's cool to see him. I didn't recognize him at first. Someone in the party said that he'd be on 205 Live. I agree. He'd be a great cruiserweight veteran because he helped TNA's X Division immensely. So I wish he would debut for the company as a wrestler, not just a producer. But anyway, it's reported that Daniel Bryan left Smackdown last night early because he found out he was not being used on the show. That's what reports are saying. And I understand why they didn't do that, but it's also being said that typically people who are not used on the show still don't leave early. So why he leave, I don't know. But I figured Daniel Bryan would not be on the show because he's selling Eric Rowan's attack last week when he put him at the table. Even though it's Madison Square Garden, I figured that had been the case because Bryan's supposed to be selling for Rowan from last week, so that doesn't surprise me. Him leaving, though, does surprise me, so hopefully nothing too bad happened the reason he left. Next, we had the return of Shane McMahon and Kevin Owens. They were the ones on the show last week, apparently, and Shane talked about that fine that he considered it. He's like, I'll lift the fine if you help me out with this. Because reports also, Elias is injured, so Gable had no opponent for the King of the Ring semifinals last night, so Shane McMahon inserted himself. Yes, I know. Shane McMahon versus Chad Gable was not the match I expected. Once they announced Elias was injured, I figured Shane would do that, but I didn't know to what extent that they would do this with. Shane made Kevin Owens a special guest referee, and he said if he helps him out, he will either, I don't know if he said consider again or lift the $100,000 fine that he placed on Kevin Owens a few weeks ago for hitting an official. Now, a couple weeks ago, I told in the party, I swore that Shane McMahon lifted the fine. Because I remember Kevin Owens being appreciative, even that it's weird as a babyface of a heel, helped him out. But I could have sworn Shane lifted the fine. I could have sworn. Let me know in the comments below. Is that a Mandela effect moment? I swear that Shane lifted the fine. But here on SmackDown, he's like, I'll consider it or I'll lift it if you help me in this match. keep them, and by the end of the night, I will give WWE this. They did a good continuity. If played right, if it goes the way I think, then WWE actually did a good continuity based angle. Just a little spoiler for the main event about that. So Shane versus Gable for King of the Ring semifinals, or Kevin Owens as special guest referee will be the main event. Next up, we had Ember Moon face versus Bayley as the heel Bayley. This match was a very good match. It's way better in my opinion than their last championship bout they had. Bayley won, I do believe. I didn't watch this match much. I was doing something, but I think Bayley won with the Bayley Belly, if I do remember. And Shaw was on commentary to hype the match. And the way this is going, Shaw's a tween, I'm assuming, and Bayley's is becoming a full-on heel. Their match Sunday, I'm not invested in, because honestly, I'm tired of Charlotte Flair in a championship role. And it seems like if she's not in a championship role, either as champion or challenger, they can't book her in a storyline. Because in the last 2 to 3 years, she's vaguely been out of the A championship picture either on Raw or SmackDown. It seems like she can't survive without a title either on her or chasing one. But the match Sunday, I'm not too invested in. But I'll do that in my predictions as well. But nonetheless, it should be a pretty good match. After this match, we had a Kofi, the final go-home angle for the Kofi versus Orton match. And what this told me is that Kofi is ready to fight, but he's also is stupid. Every week since this feud, well, since their last encounter, I think it's at SummerSlam, yeah. Orton's been goading Kofi week after week after week, calling him stupid, making fun, talking about his family, his New Day brethren, and all that. And every week, Kofi goes after him. Either gets attacked by him or the Revival and Randy. You would figure, being the go-home angle for this feud, that Kofi would be smart and not go after Orton. Kofi went after Orton. Even though the Revival didn't help him this time, which surprised me, Kofi is just, I guess, blind with rage and Randy. And every week he's going after him. But the go-home angle, in my opinion, even though I question Kofi's smarts sometimes, was a very funny / very effective segment. Because you see, Kofi went to meet Randy, and Randy called him with a steel chair shot to the gut. So Randy was waiting, lining and waiting. So again, this is making Kofi look like a stupid, blindly raged champion. But these two brawled. They had a table set up. It had a cloth on it, I guess to blend in with the background or whatever. And they wanted to create Kofi's boom chop off the top of the stairs to Randy on the table spot from a decade ago. And the botch of the night, the botch of recent memory, besides the Charlotte Moon song Raw, was that Randy put Kofi on the table to do whatever with his own version of it. And when Kofi tried to get up, the table broke. The table botched and it broke prematurely. And you can tell they weren't prepared for that because they kind of looked at each other like, what do we do now? So they grabbed another table that was beside that table, and they ended up Orton got on the table, and Kofi did the boom drop off the top of the stairs, recreating the moment a decade ago. It was a very cool and effective, kind of full circle moment that you think of both persons' careers from the last decade and how far Kofi's come in recent memory. And in the promo, Orton brilliantly told about their past decade of success. How Randy's been like a 7-time world champion, and Kofi's had Jamaican accents and power positivity. That was a good little promo about Orton, kind of contrasting the two. I'm very excited for this match Sunday. This feud has picked up a lot in recent weeks, even though it was kind of dry in some parts, with Kofi being coerced into getting beat up a lot and getting other people beaten up. the storyline nonetheless was very good in my opinion. This feud was a decade in the making and does show how continuity is a factor sometimes. So bravo to WWE for keeping a decade-long continuity storyline of in effect of sorts. I'm looking forward to this match. It'll be a good match, I think. It's not gonna be like the match of the night, but the storyline has kept me intrigued for the most part to see this match again. Hopefully that after this, Kofi moves on, either as champion or not as champion, because like it was said months ago, there's no rematches according to McMahon's. So take that with a grain of salt. But I'm looking forward to this match Sunday. This go home segment for this feud was solid. It could have been better, but it was pretty solid. So after this, we had the main event, which is Chad Gable versus Shane McMahon for the King of the Ring semifinals. To win this match will face Baron Corbin. Monday, I could have sworn again another Mandela effect. I think, as they said that the winner would face. The finalists from each brand would face off at Clash of Champions. But according to last night, they're now doing that Monday. So I don't know what happened there. But this match was odd, but I liked it. The match started and Gable hit the rolling gentleman out of the corner and beat Shane McMahon. And Shane's like, cut the music. This is a 2 out of 3 falls match. Keep in mind Kevin Owens is special ref. So these two are fighting again through a commercial break. Comes back and this has very Shawn Michaels and JBL storyline aesthetics to it. I can't remember the year, but it might have been 2007, 8, somewhere along that. JBL bought Shawn Michaels and had him doing his dirty work and bidding. That's what Shane was trying to do with Kevin Owens here. And Shane was looking to screw Gable. Shane would do moves and pin him. Kevin would do a fast count on Shane. Gable kept kicking out. And all that. It seemed like Kevin Owens was helping Shane win, which is interesting. But the finish came. I can't remember exactly how the finish came, but Gable won. He made Shane tap out to the ankle lock, which is very cool to see. Very good to see. I like Gable a lot. I have no clue what they're doing with the stupid short gimmick of his. I wish they just let Gable be taken seriously and not be making shorty jokes like Shane did all night. And also, he needs new music because of the American Alpha being dead years ago. They need to move on from that music and give Gable some new music. Gable wins, beats Shane, beats the best in the world, and can do that as long as Greg Hamilton does, Shane McMahon, twice. So honestly, this sets up Gable for big things. He beat the owner essentially of Smackdown twice. After the match, Shane McMahon attacked Kevin Owens and said, "Kevin, you're fired." Now, this is what I said earlier, that continuity hopefully will play an effect going forward. Because Shane McMahon attacked Kevin Owens while he was wearing his referee outfit. So, if WWE does not do this, I would be highly upset. Kevin Owens is going to be suing Shane McMahon, or Vince is going to come out Triple H 1 and is going to fine Shane, I'd say $200,000. That's $100,000 more than Kevin Owens was fined. And this ends up with another match between Kevin Owens and Shane McMahon. I know, I hate it too. I wish they move on from this. But as far as continuity goes, if they book this like this, bravo. Because it was subtle. And think about it, after the fact, Kevin Owens is still wearing his rep shirt. Shane beat him to a pulp and said, "Kevin, you're fired." So while this storyline is not exciting nonetheless, I like the little continuity now and then. And this proves to be continuous. I guess it's a word. And probably next week on SmackDown, Kevin's will come out and sue Shane for beating him up as an official. That's what I'm assuming. And Shane's getting fined and going from there. Am I excited for what's going to happen? No, but I'm curious to see if WWE will catch this, will do this. I'm hoping that's what they're doing. But if they miss this, I give up my SmackDown Live's creative team because this literally wrote itself. While the storyline's underwhelming a lot because of the stupid fine gimmick, this makes it a little bit more intriguing to see where they go forward. Hopefully, they go forward in a good direction because I'm getting tired of the storyline. Hopefully that they breathe some new life into it somehow. But yeah, that was SmackDown Live's review. I didn't get a chance to do a top 5 for the shows this week. I'll bring that back next week, hopefully. And yeah, so that was SmackDown Live, the Go Home show, the Clash of Champions. Very, very underwhelming. Out of 5 stars, I'd give it 3. It was not much building to the show itself. It seemed like a filler show. I'm excited for pay-per-view nonetheless. I think it'd be a good pay-per-view, but this show did not help sell me on much. I'm excited with the Kofi Randy match, and that's literally about it. Let me know in the comments below what you think about the show. Did you like it? Did you not like it? Let me know why in the comments. Make sure you subscribe to the Iceberg Wrestling YouTube channel. Like us on Facebook. Follow the podcast. I'm going to start doing the podcast weekly episodes next week, hopefully. Thanks for watching and or listening, guys, and I'll talk to you later.